So with the season entering its final month, it's time for a catch-up with the Chief Executive, Jamie Clifford. And I suppose the first point of reference, Jamie, is the Royal London One Day Cup after that exciting win in the quarter-finals and a semi to look forward to up to Edgbaston on Thursday.
Yep, heart rates have just about returned to normal, I think, after the excitement of Friday night. Seems quite a long time ago now. Now we've started this championship game against Glamorgan. I mean, this is a crucial game in itself, in that we're still in the mix in the championship. But yeah, one eye is on Thursday evening, and the prospect of playing Warwickshire in the Royal London One Day Cup semi-final, which is really exciting.
One question to ask about the quarter-final, obviously it's a bonus game in terms of the accounts. How did you reach the pricing structure that you settled on for Friday night's game?
Well, those games are, a quarter-final or a knockout stage of a competition is a key opportunity for a club to generate revenue. And you could throw the doors open and encourage as many people to come as possible, but actually we do need to charge for those occasions. Not a policy followed by all clubs, interestingly. But we felt the pricing was fair. It followed our T20 group stage pricing. And actually the crowd that turned up had a great time, and the numbers were pretty good. A very decent crowd, and the exciting thing was they really got behind the team as we got to those latter crucial stages of the competition.
There's some speculation around that actually the club is happy to be away in the semi-finals. Is that true?
Well, there's always this idea that if you go to a test ground, they've got bigger capacity and we get a share of the gate. The reality is we want to put on a show for our supporters and members. So in an ideal world, we'd have much preferred to be at home, but it is what it is. I mean, when you get to this sort of stage of the competition, you're just happy to play it anywhere, actually. And the key thing is to go and put on from a cricket point of view, put on a show at Edgbaston, and we accept that within that it's a drawn situation. The only disappointment is we'd like it under our control and give more Kent folk a day out and seeing their team hopefully progress to a Lord's final.
One of the highlights of this season undoubtedly has been the upturn in form. It's come a lot, of course, in that Royal London One Day Cup, and it's been led by some of the younger players.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Younger, they're ceasing to be known as the youngsters, I think, because they're starting to take proper roles inside. Throughout the Royal London One Day Cup competition, they are the players that have delivered. So really exciting to see. The majority of those young lads are homegrown as well. So there's a lot of people in the county who are hoping that they're going to do well. Their clubs, the coaches, the county age group guys, the academy. Lots of people who've invested time in their development, all rooting for them. And I think we as a county can share in that enthusiasm, because I think we do want to see homegrown players do well for our county.
It's that time of the year coming up towards September when contracts are up and plenty of speculation around. Is there any update at all to give on players whose contracts are at that stage?
Yeah, we're in the midst of contract discussions. Many are done, some are still in discussion, but what I've always said as a policy, I just don't think it's a good idea to play out contract discussions in public. Those discussions are employer type discussions, and I think every employee has a right in any organisation to conduct those behind closed doors. So we won't speculate and we won't add to any rumour or comment on any rumour that might be doing the rounds. Suffice to say, as and when contracts are concluded, we'll make announcements about them.
We find ourselves back at Canterbury yet again. Seem to have been here virtually every day the last couple of weeks. And of course, just a couple of weeks ago was Canterbury Week, which this year featured 2 50-over matches. And then, of course, the 4-day game starting on a Friday. That caused 1 or 2 headaches, I understand.
Yeah, not ideal scheduling. You have the festival week. Ideally, you'd have the championship game in the week and the one-day games at weekends. It was what it was, and we very much, in terms of our how we were managing it as a club, we said, well, it is what it is. There's no point moaning about it. We would have preferred to have seen the championship game scheduled in the week. As it was, over the whole Canterbury week, we had a very similar attendance to normal. Some of the corporate numbers were down, but actually I think the ground never looked better. I thought we put on a very good celebration of Kent Life. We had Made in Kent Day, the traditional Ladies' Day, and it was a good festival. But it would always be better, I think, to see the championship game in the middle of the programme, and that's something that we will try and discuss with ECB. I'm sure other festivals say the same. The Scarborough Festival was going on at the same time. I think they would probably prefer, I can't speak for them really, but I guess they probably would have preferred championship cricket in the week. Anyway, as it came out, the numbers were there or thereabouts, but what you look to do whenever you put on a festival is to maximise the outcomes from it.
Would there be scope to move that? I mean, Canterbury Week's always an August festival, isn't it? And this year, the only championship match that Kent had at home was during later August, starting on a Friday. Would there be any scope to move that at all?
This is that point, it is what it is. We only had one championship game scheduled for August. We were fortunate, I guess, in a way that we were able to win the argument to have that game at home in itself. So, not ideal, and I just would like to see where there's a festival, let's give it the maximum chance of being a success, so that it continues long into the future. We've got 163 years of history there, and we want it to be as vibrant as possible.
Now, as we stand here by the match control office, over by floodlight number 2,
Yeah.
This time next year, I suppose a lot of people will be expecting some building works to be going on here with McCarthy and Stone. Any updates on the planning applications there?
Yeah, it's been a long haul with that particular project. McCarthy and Stone are our partner for the development of the old Dover Road side of the ground, as you say, where we're standing at the moment. We have a planning application in with Canterbury City Council, and we expect that to be determined in the coming weeks, so that as quickly as possible after the end of the season we can get work underway so as to minimise disruption in the coming season.
One of the exciting things, talking about developments and building works, Beckenham coming along nicely. An update on that, and can we expect to see a fair amount of cricket there next summer?
Well, yeah, having said that things have moved a little bit slowly here in recent months, Beckenham is flying. In terms of what we're doing there, we're building an academy. We've got 3 five-a-side football pitches, 2 tennis courts, a basketball court, 2,000 spectator-seater stand, and it's all going to plan. So all being well, that project should conclude around about the end of October. In the academy, we've got a new physiotherapy centre, we've got conference and banqueting facilities, and really what we're looking to do is have a replica of here in many ways, so that we can operate professional cricket at both ends of the county. Really exciting. We'll throw up loads of opportunities in terms of fixtures and scheduling, and again, all about trying to get as vibrant a result from our programmes, fixture programmes and off-the-field programmes as possible. So, all being well, that will be concluded in the next couple of months, and look forward to Beckenham reopening and seeing cricket there again next year.
And one subject with regard to scheduling, I don't know about you, goodness knows what it's like being a player at the moment, knowing what format you're playing. 1-day cricket, 20 overs, 50 overs, back to 4-dayers now, but coming to the tail end of the season, still a chance of promotion in the county championship.
Yeah, it's the tail end of the calendar, but there's still, for us, 25% of the championship programme left, so everything to play for. Nice to have seen us take an early wicket in the championship match this morning. We've got three and a 2 sessions worth of tough cricket to continue in this one, and then we've got 3 key championship matches against sides who are above us in the table. So if we can get results there, we'll put ourselves right in the mix for the potential promotion slots.
So overall, exciting times on and off the pitch, not just here. We talked about Beckenham, but stuff happening out there too.
Yeah, we started this project a few years ago in terms of putting the building blocks in place. Some of them were structural, like the ground improvements. Some of them were player related. It feels like things are coming together. It's still going to be a lot of hard work from here, both for those of us off the field, but for the players as well. And who knows where it might take us, but I think we feel that we're in pretty good shape, with more hard work to do if we're going to achieve what we want to. But no, exciting times.
Well, on the pitch, we have now started the LV Championship match against Glamorgan. One more to come at home as well towards the end of September. And of course, that Royal London One Day Cup semi-final against Warwickshire this week up at Edgbaston.